what if I told you that there's an actual formula that you can use to pretty much guarantee your videos ranking for your target keyword, regardless of your channel size? And that every step of this formula has a specific strategy in place so that you can succeed. Yes, there is a formula, guys, and I am here to share that with you today. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Nessa, and this is the Project Girl Boss channel. And in this channel, I share with you all the tips, tricks, and tools that content creators and entrepreneurs can use to build their brand and their impact. And let me tell you, I am super excited for today's video because I'm going to be going in depth on my computer to show you exactly how to find the right keywords to help your videos get more views, which in turn is going to help your channel grow. So go ahead and give this video a big like if you are ready to boost your views. I used this exact method on this video last week and ranked first for my target keyword. I noticed that my views began picking up and the video actually brought in 31 new subscribers to my channel. This is actually going to be a two-part video because otherwise it would just be way too long. In this first part, we are going to talk all about how to find the right keywords to help you get more views in your channel. And in the second part of the video, we are going to discuss all about tag strategy. We are going to put all the steps of the formula together to make sure that you have success. But you have to stick until the end of the video because if you don't have the complete formula, then this is not going to work. Let's jump right into it. First part of the formula, search volume. Before you even start filming your video, you have to be clear on the target keyword that you are going to be using, and you have to make sure that people are actively searching for that keyword. Why? Because if you are a small channel, people don't know about you. Nobody's coming on YouTube typing your name when they search for information, but they are looking for information because YouTube is essentially a search engine. So in order for your videos to be seen, they have to be found. And in order to be found, people need to be searching for those topics. Cassandra from the Dabbling Dabblings asked, how do you know what are good keywords based on TubeBuddy's analysis? And Janet from Morahiro family asked, what keywords do you use to get the most traffic? What we're actually going to do now is we're going to jump into my screen and I'm going to show you exactly how you can find the search volume in order to find the right keywords to target for your video.
Okay guys, so we are on the YouTube homepage and this is where we're actually going to look for our search volume. Now, Chris had mentioned TubeBuddy, and I am going to touch on that, but I actually like to use a tool called Keywords Everywhere. So if you look up here at this little grayed out K that I have, this is the Keywords Everywhere extension. They have an extension for Chrome, and they also have an extension for Firefox. I like to use Keywords Everywhere for my search volume over TubeBuddy because TubeBuddy won't always show me that information, and it really is a key part of the formula. Now, I have it grayed out because Keywords Everywhere is a paid tool, but it is very affordable. So it's $10 for 100,000 credits. And what I do in order to save my credits is that unless I'm doing keyword research, I do not want the extension enabled. So I'm actually going to go ahead and turn it on right now so that we can see the actual process of how it works. And once it's on, I'm going to go ahead and reload the page just so that it reloads with the extension. All right, so our homepage has reloaded. And like I said, we're going to go right to the search bar. And you start with a very general idea. So pretty much once you have an idea as to what kind of video you want to make, you just go in and you search for it, see how much search volume it actually receives. So let's just say I wanted to make a video on how to start a YouTube channel. I would simply type that into the search bar and hit search. And what comes up is now we have this little data here. And the one that I want to pay attention to is the one that says volume. So you can see that this particular keyword, how to start a YouTube channel, receives 60,500 searches per month. Now, you might look at that and think, okay, that's a pretty good keyword. It receives a lot of traffic. It's worth it for me to make a video on that. But if you are a small channel, this keyword is not going to work for you. If you go down and look at TubeBuddy to see what kind of information it is showing me, I do see here that TubeBuddy is also telling me, okay, you know what, there's 350,000 searches for this particular key term, and it's giving me a score of 4, which I would agree with. It's hard to rank for this keyword. Now, if you do not want to pay for the Keywords Everywhere extension, there is an alternative, and that is SEMrush. So I have SEMrush right here, and I already typed in the search term and searched it, and you can see that the global volume for that particular keyword is 50.5 thousand. So it's pretty close to the Keywords Everywhere tool, and it lets me know that on the US level alone, it's 27.1 thousand. Again, it's telling me this is a very hard keyword to rank for because it is searched so much. So what you actually want to try and do is you want to narrow down this search volume. And this is where the strategy comes into place. The strategy that you must follow as a small channel is you want to stick with smaller searches. Smaller searches will allow you to rank better. Specifically, you want to keep your searches between 100 and 1,000 searches per month. And the way that we're going to do that is we know we want to target this keyword because it does receive a good amount of traffic. So this is going to become my primary keyword. And I'm going to leave it here to the left and just add more terms to the right. And I'll explain why in a bit. Now, you can see that YouTube starts giving me suggestions, and the Keywords Everywhere tool lets me know. So I can already see this one for beginners. It's 3,600 a month. That's still higher than that range I'm looking for. How to start a YouTube channel 2019. It's 480 a month. Again, I wouldn't use this one because we're not in 2019 anymore. How to start a YouTube channel step by step. It's 110 searches per month. So I could rank for that keyword, but let me see if I can find something just a little bit higher. So, this one is actually perfect. So you see, how to start a YouTube channel from scratch receives 720 searches per month. So that is within that range that I'm looking for of between 100 and 1,000 searches. So this is a keyword that you are going to be able to rank for. The thing you have to remember about this is that a good keyword is going to be dependent on the size of your channel. So what this means is that I can have a beauty channel and you can have a beauty channel. But if you have 100,000 subscribers and I only have 1,000, a keyword that performs well for you is not going to perform well for me. So as long as you remember that when you are a smaller channel, keep your search term between 100 and 1,000 searches per month, and you'll be good on the first step. It'll be easy for you to rank for this key term. If I actually go and look at TubeBuddy with this, it will let me know, hey, okay, this receives about 350 searches per month. So It's not the greatest of search volume. You can see here it says it's poor, but it's giving me an overall score of good. So it would lead me to believe that I can go after this key term alone. And if I just focus on step one, I would say yes, I can, because um, it doesn't get that many searches, so it will be easy for me to rank. If I search for that on SEMrush, just so that you can have an idea how to start a YouTube channel from scratch, SEMrush gives me a global volume of 690 searches and 390 for the US. So the global volume is very close to the volume Keywords Everywhere is giving me, and the US volume is pretty close to the volume that TubeBuddy is giving me. So that's just another way that you can search for that. That being said, I am pretty much satisfied with this key term. This is now going to be my long tail keyword that I am going to target.
Now we have our first part of the formula complete. We are ready for part 2, and that is competition. Edie Tai from Oshunish Views, and Edie Tai, I hope I'm saying your name correctly, your name and your channel name. If I'm not, I'm so sorry. She had a question where she asked, why is it that when searching keywords, they show up as top search words, but when I put them on my video, the score drops? What we're actually gonna do now is we're gonna jump back into the screen, and this time we're gonna use TubeBuddy, and we're gonna analyze why this was occurring and how we can make sure that it doesn't happen to us again.
All right, guys, picking up where we left off on step number 2, we were here on the home page. We had found our long tail keyword that we can rank for with a volume of 720 searches per month. So I am done with Keywords Everywhere. So I'm actually going to go ahead and turn that off and just reload the page just to make sure that anything I search is no longer using up my credits. So for the second part of the formula, we are actually going to go into TubeBuddy right here. So if you recall, TubeBuddy was telling me that this was a good keyword for me to target. And just so that I can see things more clearly, I'm going to click here where it says Wade and go into the Search Explorer dashboard. And let's see what we can analyze here. So for the competition, what I really want to look at is the number of videos in search results. And we can find that right here. So you can see this particular long tail keyword that we identify has 181 million search results. So what that means is whenever anybody searches for this exact term, 181 million videos show up. There is no way, if you are a small channel, that you are going to be able to compete with 181 million videos. So even though TubeBuddy is giving me a score of good and telling me, you know what, this keyword isn't too competitive and it has a good enough search volume that it's worth targeting, I can tell just by this number alone that there is no way I'm going to be able to rank for it. So what's the strategy for your competition? You want your competition to be less than 100,000 search results if you are a small channel. That means that I need to keep playing with this keyword. And again, I'm going to do the same thing where I just keep adding terms to the right, leaving my long tail keyword to the left intact. And like I said, I'll explain that part in a little bit. So I'm going to try with the year once again in 2020 to see if that narrows down this search result. And I'll just go ahead and hit where it says explore. Now, I currently have a paid version of tubebuddy, but I know that the free version allows you to do this keyword research for a limited amount of searches. So what I would suggest is just have a couple of search terms ready once you've identified your search volume, just so that you don't waste too much time. So when I add the year, you can see that my score goes from good to very good. The search volume, it's fair, but as you can see, it's no longer telling me what that search volume is. But by this point, I don't really care too much about that because I've already identified my long tail keyword and I know what the search volume for that is. And now the number of videos in search results has come down to 56.9 million. So we're still in the millions. It's still way too much competition. Remember, I'm trying to find search results less than 100,000 videos. So the year is not going to work. So let me try one more search term. What if I type in tips to succeed and hit explore? Okay, so my overall score is still very good, but now the number of search results is 9.8 thousand searches, which is still a lot, but not so much that my video is going to get lost. So the combination of my primary keyword, how to start a YouTube channel, and then my long tail keyword from scratch, plus what I've added now, will make it possible for me to rank for this keyword. And with this, I have found the keyword that I'm going to target. So the keyword that I'm ultimately targeting is how to start a YouTube channel from scratch. And these are the terms that I'm going to be able to rank for and that are going to help me build authority within this particular niche. Remember how I said you want to try to keep this you want to try to leave everything towards the left intact? That is because you want it to be glaringly obvious to YouTube what your video is about. Because even though this is a very specific search term, because we have left this primary keyword, how to start a YouTube channel, to the left, you will indirectly receive traffic from people searching for this term without having to compete for that keyword. And that's because YouTube is essentially a search engine, and search engines work with algorithms. So it makes sense if you think about it this way. Let's say I were to go on Google, which is also a search engine, and type in, I need to lose weight, or how to lose weight quickly, or how to lose weight after having a baby, or how to lose weight after the holidays. Even though I'm saying different phrases, if I were to ask you, what do you think I'm interested in? You would say, well, you want to know how to lose weight because it's obvious. I keep saying it in the phrase itself. So regardless of what I search for, Google is going to pull up videos related to how to lose weight because it understands that that is what I'm interested in. And it's going to work the same with YouTube. So as long as you have the primary keyword somewhere in the phrase, it will be able to pick up on what exactly your video is about. But by leaving it to the left, we are just making it glaringly obvious. So even though someone will search how to start a YouTube channel from scratch, YouTube is going to know, okay, this is related to how to start a YouTube channel. and you'll start ranking, and you'll start building authority. And as you start building authority, you'll begin gaining subscribers. And once you gain subscribers and authority, you can go after higher search terms.
We are halfway there. We have part 1 and part 2 of our formula down. We have our keyword exactly where we need it to be. We are ready to add step 3. But before we do that, I want you to go ahead and comment down below. What was your keyword strategy before watching this video? You're ready for step 3 when you have a nice keyword rich title that you are able to rank for. And part 3 of the formula is optimize. Because YouTube is a search engine, it uses metadata to figure out what your video is about. So you want to make sure that you optimize it so that YouTube knows without a shadow of a doubt exactly where they need to place you and who they need to show your video to. In order to do that, you're going to take that keyword rich title that we have now generated and you are going to put that in your file name. So once you're done filming your video and you save it to your device, you're going to save it using that exact title name. You're also going to put that title in your description and you're going to use that title to build on your tag. Another thing that you want to do is you want to say your title when you actually film the video, and you want to hit a couple of your tags as you're speaking as well. At this point, you also want to start thinking about your thumbnail strategy. Think about 3 words that you can put in the thumbnail that is going to grab your audience's attention. And I say 3 words because anything else can get pretty wordy, and you want to make sure that the words are big enough that somebody watching on their phone is going to be able to read them. With step 1 and step 2, we are ensuring that the algorithm is going to take our video and show it to people, but your thumbnail has to come in and do the rest. The algorithm, it's going to do its job. It's going to take your video, it's going to put it in front of people. But if your thumbnail isn't catchy enough and people just look at it and say, I don't want to watch that, then they're not going to click on it. What you can actually do is go back to the YouTube homepage, search for your exact keyword, and look at the videos that pop up and study their thumbnails. What do the thumbnails look like, and how can you make yours stand out? For example, if most of them have a dark background, make yours a little bit more colorful. Take a look at the different fonts that they use. Are they using colors that pop up? Maybe you can use a contrasting color to them. You also want to find the video that has the most views and look at that thumbnail. What did they put on your thumbnail that maybe you can take inspiration from? How can you improve on that? Also, take a look at how long that video that received the most views are and ask yourself, is there any way that I can make my video just a little bit longer than this one? I'm not talking add another half hour, but maybe 1 or 2 more minutes, because YouTube favors videos that keep people on the platform longer. That's what they want. So if you can improve upon the most watched video for your particular target keyword with information that is still valuable, still relevant, the algorithm is going to favor you and it's going to start pushing your video. And that is essentially what we're looking for. We're going to begin wrapping things up here. And just to recap, the formula to rank higher is search volume plus search results plus optimization equals more views. Now, I myself, I'm learning stuff every day, and I am more than happy to share all of that information with you. I am an open book. I think that there is room for everybody to grow on YouTube. And with that in mind, I actually want to go ahead and invite you to come on over to my Facebook page, give it a like, join my Facebook group, and interact with me there. Ask me any YouTube related questions and I will be more than happy to help. You will find that page linked down in the description below, so don't forget to check it out. You can also find me on Instagram and Twitter. Those are also linked down below in the description. That is going to be it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on part 2, where I am going all in on tag strategy and how you can use those tags to write a description that the algorithm is absolutely going to love. Don't forget to check out a couple of my other videos. I will go ahead and see you on the next one. Bye.